So when you went to elementary school, were you going to a Catholic school or a public
I
school?
started it, I was, I guess it's right about the time Mother got married.
Oh, yeah.
hmm I
You were,
was 5 when I started school, and I was in the primer. And then, if the kids were really smart and mature,
hmm
they were moved up to a first grade, and the others stayed in the primer. That's where I didn't move up. I wasn't one of the bright kids. But when then those kids moved to the second grade, well, the primer kids moved up to the first grade. And then when they got above the second grade, they went across town where the big school was.
So did they do it in a church to be close to you or something?
It was yeah, it was a big school. It had all elementary starting at the third grade.
No, but I meant when you were in primer, first and second, that wasn't in the big school. Where was that?
Well, it was just that it was one room where the primer kids were, and then the first grade and second grade. And
Was it in the church?
no, it was across the street from a Catholic church.
So they had a little
And we had a
beginnings.
playground and,
Oh, wow.
2 classrooms, first and second grade.
Right.
But when they got above second grade, it wasn't way across town. Town wasn't that big, but it was about a mile and a half or 2 miles, I guess, over there.
Uh-huh.
There where the big school was, and now that was a big school. It had a downstairs and an upstairs. When the kids passed the second grade, I think we went upstairs. Not second grade, sixth grade. They went to the upstairs, and then they finished. At that time, there wasn't 12 grades. It was 11 grades, I guess. It was because I was still there when they added a grade, and that was the public school doing that, added a grade to their public school. And all the kids all over town were moved up a grade because they added a grade. But where I went, we didn't get moved up. So I had at one time figured out where I went 13 years before I graduated.
Oh,
Because
because you start to
I
primer.
went my last 2 years at public school,
Oh,
and now I went 12. I went. I guess I don't know. I don't know how I figured it out, but I left the convent when Corpus added. I guess it was Ray High School, and I could walk there.
uh-huh.
And
So it was
I
actually,
think I told Mother I was wanting to go out there. She didn't want me to. She wanted me to stay at the convent.
so was it closer than the convent school?
Oh yeah. Well, no, it was further, but I was having to get on a bus and transfer that bus at a certain place to a different bus that
So,
went where I wanted to go.
oh, you were taking city buses, not school buses.
Right.
Oh,
Uh, there were no school buses.
oh, really? Huh. So,
Well, see, Corpus didn't have high schools all over town. There was one high school, and I would have had to take a bus to go.
were the buses free for school kids?
No, if I, no, if I was going to Incarnate Word, I had to pay.
Uh-huh.
Wasn't much, maybe a nickel. That was just, they had a little change container,
And if you went to
and I
Ray,
had to
did
put
they,
my nickel in there.
if you went to the public school, if you went to Ray instead of Incarnate Word, Did you still have to pay the bus fare?
Well, no, I didn't, because I didn't get on a bus. I walked.
Oh, you walked all the way to Ray. I thought you said it was further than Incarnate Word.
Well, I said the convent was 3 miles,
Oh, wow.
and I did have to pay.
Yeah.
Okay. But when I moved to Ray, I could walk.
Oh, it wasn't as far.
Right.
Okay.
But if I had gone to public school any further when I was older,
Uh-huh.
I would have had to pay because it was about the same distance as
Yeah.
the other, as the Incarnate Word was.
So how long did it take you to walk to Ray?
I don't,
Like an hour to walk to school?
I don't think so. Mm-mm.
But you sure couldn't walk home for lunch.
No, no. But they had lunch at the school.
Oh,
But you had to pay.
did you do that or did you bring a sack lunch?
I don't really know, Corky. I think I bought a lunch. Mother let me buy lunch. It was only about 20 cents.